Good evening, cyber friend. It's Mitty Man again, coming back at you from Walker's Music. This is not per se the regular word for today, but this more like a bulletin I'm sending out to one of our sisters, LadyDee. We give another shout out to the family, the whole family, YouTube family, End Time Harvest Gang. And I'm going to say to LadyDee, I've been having all kinds of issues with Facebook. I don't know if anybody else having this here issue, but it would be nice to know if someone other than myself is having the issue. I cannot chat with anybody on Facebook right now. I mean, I click on the names. I can only talk to you through Facebook, through the message system. In other words, just like I'm sending you a personal message. That's the only way I can contact anybody now on Facebook. And I feel like Facebook got too much going on in the site. But that's not my business, so I can't do nothing about that. But at any rate, LadyDee, I think I know where you're coming from on the video you sent me. I took a look at it, and I'm gonna say it like this here. I've had this problem also before, but the way I did it, and I handled it by ignoring. I just ignore stuff. I've often said, I don't know whether you caught any of my earlier videos, but I always say that I don't play spiritual volleyball with nobody, because really and truly the word speaks for itself. It doesn't need me to defend it. In other words, the only thing I do is I read the word, I study the word, and I speak the word. And if anybody have a problem with that, then that's their problem with God, not me, because it's not my word. Now I know that there are many people that got many doctrines, and everybody, you know, like they say, opinion is like a butt. Everybody got one. So, you know, I can't argue with you, or I could, and I could be crazy by doing it. And it's like Brother L.A., we had an incident that happened a few months back. And like Brother L.A. said, it chose to ignore ignorance. Because, see, first of all, if all of us are working toward the same goal, God be our Father, then that should be no problem. In other words, no two people think alike. And we shouldn't think alike. If me and you, or you and I, if you want to use correct English, if you and I thought alike, then one of our heads are unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing wrong with us being diverse in everything, because that's what gives us our individuality. But to argue about scripture, about Christ, and you know, people want to say Christ was black, and people want to say Christ was white. He was neither white or black. I mean, Christ was a Jew. His earthly nature was a Jew. His mom was a Jew. His earthly father was a Jew. So that made him a Jew by nationality, as far as the earth realm is concerned. But it ain't got nothing to do with race. Our soul salvation has nothing to do with race. And you know, God made Adam and he made Eve. That was it. All this other stuff came by, and I don't even want to get into the color of skin, the pigmentation of our skin, mainly to a degree, and I have seen this and I know this to be a fact. Darker skinned people went to the hotter regions, and everybody knows if you go around there in Jerusalem and during the hot season without a hat, you'll turn dark quicker. So who's to say that Jesus could not have been of a dark pigmentation of skin because of the climate? Even if I were to go into a colder climate in a colder region, say for instance Alaska, my skin pigmentation will get lighter as well. So will yours. It has nothing to do. And we find some of the craziest thing to argue about. You know what I mean? I mean, that has nothing to do with salvation. And so the way I do it, if I know that everybody, and like I say, it's not my word anyway, but whatever I say, there are a lot of people not going to agree with it. No matter whether it be on the base of religion or whatever. It can be over a box of cereal. People going to disagree with what kind of cereal to eat in the morning. I mean, all you want is the wheat and the fiber. That's what I want. I mean, and I want it to taste good, of course, but but really and truly, it's the nutritional value in this stuff that we eat that's really more important than the flavor. But nevertheless, you know, we got differences of opinion, and everybody's got one. So it ain't. I mean, ain't no sense in anyone getting upset because somebody choose to voice their opinion. I don't have to believe you, but I don't have to argue with you either. And so when these stuff arise about people want to say things about the prophets, and they want to say Jeremiah was a crying, a weeping prophet because of lamentation. They want to say that Isaiah was the eagle-eye prophet. The reason why they call him the eagle-eye prophet is because Isaiah saw way down the line. He saw the future. He saw the coming of Christ and everything, and they call him the eagle-eye prophet. I mean, you know, everybody got these little things that they come up with. They love to be, whatever it might be, they become, or how would you say it? I want to say it in a nice way. They're being creative, I guess, and they come up with little nice things and little tags to give things. But what I always say is the essence. If it doesn't change the basic essence, if it doesn't change the nature of a thing, now when we start talking heresy, then that's when we need to get upset. Now, Jesus came to seek and save those that were lost. And this is what the Bible tells us, and that's what I believe. Now, if someone come and tell me something other than that, then I'm going to have a problem with that. But now, yet and still, I'm not going to argue with them. I'm just going to speak the truth. Because one thing about it, as long as you keep arguing back and forth, you adding fuel to the fire. It's never going to go out. So the main thing, the best thing to do, if people honestly trying to correct you, that's different than just trying to scorn you. Now, there's nothing wrong with a correction. If I say anything and someone come back on YouTube and say, "Man, I think you meant this and this and this," I can take that. But for someone just keep coming back at me, no matter what I say, they're going to have something. If I say right, they say left. If I say up, they say down. Regardless to what my intentions are, whether good or bad. But yet and still, they just looking for something to find fault in what I say. It's best to just ignore that person and just let them go. And just pray for them, and hopefully that God will change their ways. That's about the best I can put it, Lady D. And I know I've had it that happen to me. And like I said, Brother LA also knows exactly what I'm talking about. Well, Brother JT. And it just pay your best to just ignore. I mean, even if people mean well, if it's upsetting you, then it's better to just ignore them, and then just, you know, I guess you would say that, ban them from your page. That's your prerogative. And that's a liberty that YouTube gives everybody that subscribe. You know, if people keep doing sending you negative comments, I think it's somewhere in there that you can ban them from doing that. Which I try not to ban anyone, and I try not to ban anyone from my page. I want everybody to hear what I have to say, because, like I say, it's not our words anyway. As long as you speaking what thus saith the Lord from the Bible, and you are not trying to throw your opinions in it, well, if somebody got a problem with that, they have a problem with God, not you. Because the only time that I would have a problem with you is you saying something with your own words. And that would be the time that I would have a problem with you, if at all. So with that being said, we just hope that everything kind of subside, and we hope that everything get normal, back to normal. I wouldn't worry about it too much, and like I said, if it get too much for you to bear, then just hit that ban button, and you know that'll stop it all. Hope I help you out a little bit. If not, you know how to contact me. Because like I said, I cannot contact anyone right about now. I cannot contact anyone in Facebook unless I just go into the actual message and send you a personal message. That's the only way I can interact. The chat function on my PC does not work. That being said, it's Many Man saying peace. Whatever you get into. If God is not in it, come on out of it. Good night.